Disclaimer. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before starting or changing any supplement, peptide, medication, or treatment plan.
PYY,
also known as peptide YY. A fascinating gut-derived hormone that plays a key role in appetite regulation, digestion, and weight management. This peptide belongs to the pancreatic polypeptide family and is primarily released by the L cells of the ileum and colon. It's released after eating, especially after meals high in protein and fat. Its main job is to signal to your brain that you're full. Let's break it down. When you eat, your digestive tract begins releasing various hormones. Among them is PYY, which is secreted into the bloodstream. Once released, it travels to the brain, specifically to the hypothalamus. It tells your brain that food has arrived, and it's time to reduce hunger. This signaling process helps regulate appetite and can reduce the amount of food you want to eat. PYY also works by slowing down gastric emptying. That means food stays in your stomach a little longer. You feel full for a longer period, which can naturally help reduce caloric intake. This is one of the reasons PYY is so interesting to researchers studying obesity, metabolic health, and weight loss strategies. Studies show that people with obesity often have lower levels of PYY after meals compared to lean individuals. This reduced signaling may contribute to persistent hunger and difficulty feeling satisfied. On the flip side, increasing PYY levels has been shown to decrease food intake and promote a feeling of fullness. This makes PYY and PYY-based therapies a potential tool for weight management. PYY exists in two primary forms, PYY 1-36 and PYY 3-36. PYY 3-36 is the biologically active form that strongly influences appetite suppression by binding to Y2 receptors in the arcuate nucleus of the hypothalamus. This action helps inhibit neuropeptide Y, a powerful hunger signal, while supporting satiety pathways. Interestingly, protein-rich meals seem to trigger the strongest release of PYY. This may be one of the reasons why high-protein diets are often associated with increased satiety and reduced caloric intake. Fatty foods can also stimulate PYY release, though the exact response can vary from person to person. Researchers have explored the therapeutic use of PYY as an injectable peptide or as part of combination therapies for weight loss. Early clinical trials found that infusing PYY 3-36 into healthy volunteers led to a significant reduction in food intake without major negative effects. However, some participants experienced mild nausea, which is a common side effect of appetite-suppressing peptides. The concept of mimicking the natural satiety response is not new, but PYY brings a unique approach by working with the body's natural hunger signaling system rather than forcing weight loss through stimulant effects. This may make it more sustainable for some people compared to traditional weight loss drugs. In addition to appetite regulation, PYY may influence insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. By slowing the digestive process, it can help blunt post-meal blood sugar spikes. This effect can support metabolic stability and may be beneficial in managing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. PYY works synergistically with other gut hormones like GLP-1 and oxyntomodulin. Together, these hormones create a powerful signaling network between the gut and the brain. This network, known as the gut-brain axis, is critical for maintaining energy balance. Many researchers believe that targeting multiple hormones together, including PYY, may offer the most effective approach for sustainable weight loss. Another fascinating angle is the role of PYY in bariatric surgery outcomes. After procedures like gastric bypass, PYY levels tend to rise significantly. This is thought to be one of the reasons why many patients experience reduced hunger and improved metabolic profiles after surgery. Understanding this mechanism has inspired the development of peptide-based therapies that can mimic these effects without the need for surgery. It's also worth noting that PYY levels can be influenced by lifestyle factors. High-fiber diets, regular physical activity, and stable blood sugar levels may support natural PYY release. On the other hand, chronic stress, disrupted sleep, and ultra-processed food consumption can blunt the body's hormonal satiety signals. Animal studies have also shown that PYY may play a role in regulating energy expenditure and fat storage. Mice that overexpress PYY tend to eat less and gain less weight. When PYY signaling is blocked, they show increased appetite and weight gain. This reinforces its importance in maintaining energy balance. Researchers are exploring several delivery methods for PYY, including subcutaneous injections, nasal sprays, and sustained-release formulations. The goal is to find ways to increase satiety without causing unpleasant side effects. Combining PYY with other peptides like GLP-1 receptor agonists or amylin analogs may enhance its effectiveness. It's important to remember that while peptides like PYY can support weight management, they are not magic solutions. They work best as part of a comprehensive plan that includes nutrition, movement, stress regulation, and sleep hygiene. PYY is about restoring and supporting the natural signals that help your body maintain balance. Because PYY acts on the brain, some researchers are also looking into its potential effects on mood and emotional regulation. Hunger and emotions are deeply connected, and restoring healthy appetite signaling can positively influence overall well-being. PYY may also impact gut motility. By slowing the digestive process, it can help regulate bowel movements and nutrient absorption. However, too much slowing can lead to discomfort or bloating in some individuals. That's why dosing and timing are important considerations in any clinical application. It's fascinating to consider how PYY fits into the larger picture of metabolic health. For years, the focus of weight management was simply about calories in and calories out. Now, we understand that hormones like PYY play a crucial role in how hungry we feel, how satisfied we are, and how our body responds to food. One of the challenges in PYY research is individual variability. Some people respond strongly to PYY, while others may experience minimal effects. Genetic factors, gut microbiome composition, and overall metabolic state can all influence how the body responds. There's also growing interest in how PYY interacts with the vagus nerve, which connects the gut and the brain. Stimulating the vagus nerve through natural satiety hormones like PYY may help regulate not only appetite, but also stress responses and inflammation. Future therapies may involve personalized combinations of peptides, including PYY, designed to match each person's unique physiology. This could lead to more effective and sustainable weight management solutions compared to one-size-fits-all medications. In practical use, PYY peptide therapy typically involves subcutaneous injections, similar to other peptide protocols. Dosing strategies are still being refined, but the goal is to mimic natural post-meal PYY levels without overwhelming the system. Starting low and titrating slowly is a common approach to minimize side effects like mild nausea or GI discomfort. Some protocols use PYY as a standalone peptide, while others combine it with agents like GLP-1 agonists, amylin analogs, or GIP agonists. These combination approaches aim to target multiple hunger and fullness pathways simultaneously. People using PYY often report feeling full sooner during meals and less hungry between meals. Some also notice improved control over cravings, especially late-night or stress-related snacking. However, results can vary, and it's important to work with a qualified professional if considering peptide therapy. As with all peptides, quality and sourcing matter. PYY should only be obtained from reputable, verified suppliers. Proper storage, handling, and dosing practices are essential for both safety and effectiveness. Side effects can include nausea, mild bloating, or GI discomfort, particularly during the first few weeks of use. These effects often lessen over time as the body adjusts. In rare cases, individuals may not tolerate the peptide well, and discontinuation may be necessary. PYY is not intended for use by individuals who are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have certain medical conditions without professional guidance. Because it influences appetite and digestion, monitoring by a knowledgeable healthcare provider is highly recommended. One of the most exciting things about PYY research is how it may fit into broader metabolic health strategies. It's not just about weight loss. It's about improving how the body communicates with itself, supporting hormonal balance, and promoting long-term health. Ongoing research is exploring PYY in relation to insulin resistance, cardiovascular health, neuroinflammation, and even cognitive function. The gut-brain axis plays a role in all of these systems, and PYY is an important part of that conversation. Many people wonder how long it takes to see results with PYY peptide therapy. For some, appetite reduction can occur within days. For others, it may take several weeks for the effects to fully stabilize. Consistency and careful titration are key. When combined with other supportive habits like balanced nutrition, adequate hydration, and mindful eating, PYY can help create a more natural rhythm of hunger and fullness. This can support sustainable weight management without extreme restriction or deprivation. As more research unfolds, we may see PYY or PYY-mimicking compounds become part of next-generation weight management therapies. Whether used alone or in combination, it represents a more biologically aligned way of supporting the body's natural satiety system. Disclaimer: this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before starting or changing any supplement, peptide, medication, or treatment plan. Thanks for listening. Keep learning and stay curious.